I used to rock with you, bruh. I don't rock with you, bruh. That's crazy, bro. I used to rock with you. I was one of the first people who like supported your page, backed you, all types of shit. Like now you motherfucking keep getting on this YouTube and keep motherfucking talking all types of crazy about me, and I don't understand.
And I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass break.
So what do I do, YouTube? It's your boy King David in this thing, and I'm back at y'all again with another video. So before I get going on the video, man, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, hit the like button, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe one time for your boy, so we can continue to grow like we need to grow on this channel, you know what I mean? Alright, so cool. Y'all see what the title of the video is. The reason Dontaes Boxing Nation might be right about SHAKUR Stevenson. You know what I mean? Alright, so cool. You know what I mean? This gonna be one of the realest motherfucking videos I done ever done. You know what I mean? And you know, it just is. It's gonna be one of the realest motherfucking videos I done ever done. Why? Because I'm gonna be talking about a bunch of shit that I ain't never really talked about before. Why? Because I'm gonna be ruffling some feathers in this video, you know what I mean? You know, it's gonna be some people that's probably gonna unsubscribe from your boy, you know what I'm saying? But all that's cool. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? I got to say what I got to say because I mean what I say, and everything that I say I can back up with logic. You know what I mean? So, you know, this is gonna be one of the realest videos I ever done. You know, it just is. Because sometimes you just gotta take it there. When you see a bunch of ignorance, when you see a bunch of fuck shit going on, you gotta say something. You know what I mean? And, you know, there's just so much to tackle here that, honestly and truly, man, I'm gonna have to break this video up into parts, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I don't think I can get everything that I want to say out in one video. So be on the lookout for part 2. You know what I mean? Be on the lookout for part 2 of this video where I go through it. You know what I mean? But without further ado, man, let me go ahead and set the table, because that's the first order of business for me to set the table. Because I need y'all to understand certain things before I actually get into what SHAKUR Stevenson is saying about Dontaes Boxing Nation. And also, too, for those of you who don't know, because I'm sure a lot of people do know, you know what I mean? For those of you who don't know, Dontaes Boxing Nation, another YouTuber, and a big YouTuber, did a video in which case he was talking about SHAKUR Stevenson, you know, kind of pandering towards specific demographics in order to kind of garner favor in the boxing community, right? That's literally what it was. You know, a lot of people interpret it other ways, and we're gonna talk about that. But the video was more so about SHAKUR Stevenson kind of pandering to a specific demographic, whether it be intentional or unintentional, right? That was literally the crux of the video, you know what I mean? And also kind of giving SHAKUR like a warning, like, listen, when you talk this way, you give ammunition to the powers that be to kind of screw you on the back end. You know what I mean? That's what the crux of the video was. Nevertheless, he did a video about SHAKUR Stevenson. SHAKUR Stevenson came back and responded to what Dontaes Boxing Nation had to say. And he kind of literally took offense to it. You know what I'm saying? And I can kind of understand why he took offense to it somewhat. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of stuff that kind of comes off as ignorance on SHAKUR's part that we're going to discuss in this video. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, that's what's going on right now in these boxing streets. You know what I mean? So, again, what I'm about to do is I'm about to go ahead and I'm about to set the stage for breaking down why Dontaes Boxing Nation might be right about SHAKUR Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and set the stage. And with me setting the stage, I'm going to go through 6 things that you need to know and you need to consider prior to me getting into the meat and potatoes of the video, which is actually dissecting what SHAKUR Stevenson actually had to say about Dontaes Boxing Nation. You know what I mean? Okay, so without further ado, let's get on into it. Okay, so the first thing y'all need to know is that your boy King David goes back on YouTube about 7 years. Your boy King David is actually a pioneer on these YouTube streets. A lot of y'all don't really know that. You know what I mean? Your boy King David goes back on YouTube pretty far. 7 years to be exact. Now, I'm not the oldest YouTuber out here on these boxing streets, not by a long shot, right? But 7 years has given me more than enough time to kind of see a lot of the shit that went on these boxing streets, right? Let's go back to the past for a little bit. Y'all need to understand that this YouTube climate was a lot different 8 years ago than it is today. About 8 years ago, YouTube was the wild, wild west of racism. If you were a YouTube content creator and you were black, if you stepped anywhere outside of those lines, they were spamming your shit. They was coming on your channel. They were calling you nigga and monkey and coon. They were calling you all these different things. They were flagging your channel. They was having your shit taken down. You know what I mean? If you were a content creator on YouTube, if you were a black fighter, not only were you a nigga, a monkey, and a coon, but you were a nigga, monkey, and a coon, and you were boring. You're a nigga, monkey, and a coon, and you were boring, and you couldn't say it, right? Because these are a lot of the stigmas that they like to put on black fighters, right? They're boring, they can't sell. This is all they would say back on them YouTube streets, right? This is all they would say. This is all they would do. Spam your channel, flag it, take the shit down. You know what I mean? A lot of you niggas right now on these YouTube streets, man, a lot of you niggas wouldn't survive about 7 or 8 years ago because they would have hit your channel up. They would have hit your ass in the head with about 50,000 dislikes. You know what I'm saying? You would have had about 50,000 dislikes, 1 like, and YouTube would have took your shit down. You would have got 1,000 subscribers, and YouTube would have took your shit down, and you would have had to start from scratch. A lot of you niggas wouldn't even survive back in them days. You know what I'm saying? Some of you niggas are so new, you niggas don't even know what the dislike button is. You know what I'm saying? Some of you niggas are so new to the game, y'all don't even know what the dislike button is. You don't even know what it means to even get a dislike, goddamn. You know what I mean? So you're like, you know, a lot of you niggas wouldn't have survived back in them days, bro. If it wasn't for dudes like Dontaes Boxing Nation, 78 Sports TV, the LDBC, a lot of you niggas would not have room to do what the fuck you do as far as content creators. And a lot of you fighters, you black fighters, would have a lot less wiggle room to be able to say and do a lot of the shit that you say and do. You know what I mean? But it's because of the LDBC and Dontaes Boxing Nation, dudes that constantly try to defend black fighters, dudes that constantly try to point out the double standards and the racism that exists within the boxing community. If it wasn't for them niggas, boy, when I tell you the boxing landscape online would be completely different. You know what I mean? And those are just facts. You know what I mean? I don't rock with the LDBC like that or 78 Sports TV, but shit, I know enough about what went on in the boxing community back in them days in order to know that them niggas deserve credit for the shit that they did. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all don't know why the LDBC even started in the first place. The whole reason the LDBC even started in the first place was because there was so much racism online in the boxing community, niggas getting their channels taken down, niggas getting flagged. There was so much racism online in regards to the LDBC that in regards to black channels online, that them niggas decided that they were gonna band together, create their own boxing community and work like that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about what they want to talk about and do the things that they want to do. Man, that's respect. That's respectable. And that's the first thing I need y'all to know. I need y'all to know a little bit about the history of Dontaes Boxing Nation, new media, the YouTube community 7-8 years ago. I need y'all to understand where these niggas are speaking from. I need you to understand the struggle. You know what I mean? Because a lot of you niggas speak out of turn. Some of you niggas got to YouTube 6 months ago and you talk shit like you've been here for 10, 20 years. When really you just got here, nigga. Although you might have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 subscribers, nigga, you just got here. And the only reason you're having the success the way you're having the success is because of niggas like Dontaes Boxing Nation and 78 Sports TV and the LDBC. Point blank period. So when you niggas even talk about channels like that, y'all need it. There's a certain amount of respect y'all gotta put on their name, bro. Period. So that's the first thing I need y'all to understand, bro. That's the first thing. The second thing that I need y'all to understand is most of the dudes out there talking shit about Dontaes Boxing Nation, most of the dudes out there that have a problem with the things that he has to say, most of these dudes are Canelo Alvarez fanboys. You know what I mean? Like, these are just facts. Most of the dudes that have a problem with the things that Dontaes was saying are Canelo Alvarez fanboys. These are dudes that, you know, that have no problem pandering themselves. You know what I mean? And we're gonna talk more about pandering later on when we go into the video. You know what I mean? Part of the reason why Dontaes Boxing Nation is right. We're gonna talk more about pandering, but these are dudes that like to pander themselves, right? Some of these dudes are just outright sellouts and coons, bro. If we really keeping it a thou wow, you know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes ain't got no problem worshiping a white face. You know what I'm saying? We really keeping it a buck, bro. I'm just keeping it a stack here, bro. That's why I said at the beginning of the video, I'm probably gonna lose some subscribers. Some of y'all niggas probably ain't gonna want to rock with your boy King David no more. That's cool, but I gotta say what I got to say, and I gotta say the truth. It is what a motherfucking is, bro. Some of you niggas had Canelo Alvarez pound for pound number one. Most of you niggas had Canelo Alvarez pound for pound number one. You had Vasil Lomachenko pound for pound number one. You had Chocolatito pound for pound number one. You got, you know what I'm saying? You guys, I love the idea of trying to feel loved and trying to feel accepted by other groups of people. You know what I'm saying? You want to be unbiased. You know what I'm saying? That word unbiased, that's a funny word to me, bro. When I hear niggas constantly say unbiased and objective, what that tells me is that you're trying to be loved. That's what that tells me. You know what I mean? You're trying to be loved. You know what I'm saying? You want niggas to agree. You don't want to come off too strong. You trying to be unbiased and objective. You know what I mean? You want to be loved. Love me. I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm trying to be objective. Love me. That's the word. That's what I think of when I hear you niggas say unbiased and objective. You know what I'm saying? Because if you truly were unbiased and objective, there's no way you would have ever had Canelo Alvarez, Vasil Lomachenko, or Chocolatito pound for pound number one. There's no way ever. You know what I mean? If your niggas were truly unbiased, you wouldn't feel the need to say you're unbiased 35 motherfucking times in a row, back to back, on every single goddamn video, right? You wouldn't need to do that. Because why? Your message would be perceived as unbiased because you're not biased, right? What it is a lot of you niggas bought into the popular narrative that Canelo Alvarez was pound for pound number one, that Chocolatito was pound for pound number one, that Lomachenko was pound for pound number one with like 12 fights. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas bought into the popular opinion. You went along, you go along and you get along. That's the reality of the situation. And I say all that to say this, right? I say all that to say this. Most of the dudes making videos about Dontaes Boxing Nation, about their thoughts and opinions about what he said in regards to Shakur Stevenson, most of these dudes were responding because they just don't like Dontaes Boxing Nation to begin with. They just don't like his channel. They don't like what he talks about. They don't like that he brings up race. It bothers them that he brings up race. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. Most of these dudes want to tiptoe around race. They want to say, oh, well, race doesn't matter. Race is not in boxing. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to acknowledge the impact that race has in the sport of boxing and the world for that matter, right? Let's talk about everything but not race. You know what I mean? They don't like that Dontaes brings up race. Race is not in everything according to these niggas, right? So that's the reality of the situation. That's the second thing I need y'all to know. Most of these dudes are extreme Canelo Alvarez fanboys who don't mind pandering. And then most of these niggas are just channels that don't like Dontaes Boxing Nation to begin with because they feel he talks too much about race. They feel like race is not a part of society or not a part of boxing the way he makes it out to be, right? I mean, do you believe that? Do you believe that race is not in everything? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk more about that, but let's keep it going for right now. Let's move on to the third thing. And by the way, y'all, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm clearly only gonna be able to go through 3 of the 6 things I need you to know prior to actually getting into the meat and potatoes of the video. I'm only gonna be able to get through 3 in this video. The other 3 I'm gonna have to do in another video, and then I'm gonna actually get to the meat and potatoes. So we're probably gonna see at least 2 more parts of this particular topic. All right. But let's keep it moving. The third thing that you should know is that most of the people responding to Dontaes Boxing Nation's video, or Shakur Stevenson's response, should I say, not Dontaes Boxing Nation's video, but Shakur Stevenson's response, most of the people that's responding to Shakur Stevenson's response, most of these people haven't even seen Dontaes Boxing Nation's video. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of these niggas haven't even seen the video, yet they're responding. You know what I mean? How can you respond to something you haven't even seen? You know? How can you have an opinion about something that you don't have a full comprehension of the topic at hand? Why would you even want to do that? Why would you even want to make yourself look foolish like that? You know what I mean? But you know, this speaks to my earlier point that a lot of these niggas don't like Dontaes Boxing Nation. They hate that nigga. A lot of these other channels hate Dontaes Boxing Nation. Because why else would you open your mouth and speak on some shit when you don't have a full understanding of what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? But it goes even deeper than that. Besides just hating the dude, a lot of you dudes are just simply ignorant to what's going on in the world around you. You niggas, along with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is 23 years old. Do you think he was able to fully comprehend everything that Dontaes was saying in that video? At 23, were you able to fully comprehend everything that somebody told you? Some of y'all niggas are 43 and 50 and you still can't comprehend, goddamn. So given that fact, why the fuck wouldn't you go back to the video Dontaes actually did, listen to it, and get a better understanding of what the fuck was said before making dumbass videos about it? You niggas are running around talking about Dontaes said he's not for his own people, but give me the part of the video where Dontaes said Shakur wasn't for his people. But a lot of you niggas ran with the narrative because you heard Shakur in the response video, and you're taking his word for law, when in reality, none of that was said to begin with. In any case, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap the video up right here, man. That's all I got for part 1, man. Part 2 coming soon, man. Let me know what y'all think. Hit it up in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit that goddamn like button. But until next time, I'ma holla at y'all. Peace.
Tell them skip the line. Come on, pull up. I do interviews, all types of shit. When motherfucking you first started your page, you put me and Devin out there on the sparring videos. I support it. I appreciate it. It was all love. Now you motherfucking getting on YouTube and keep motherfucking talking crazy like motherfucking say I ain't for my people. How the fuck I'm not for my people, bruh? Me?
Oh, look at this guy.